Recently, it was uncovered that Niantic had secretly increased the prices of Pokécoins in certain regions. This is of course because of a pricing disparity between different currencies, and I do think this is something that Niantic needs to be transparent about. That's what this video is going to be all about. Let's get right into it. Okay, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be talking about what was recently reported on the Silk Road Reddit, how in certain regions we're seeing an increase to the 100 Pokécoins bundle. Normally this would cost $1 USD and it would be $1 for every other region. However, in certain regions, most notably in Australia, it was increased by almost 50%. This is actually quite notable because in Australia specifically, it was originally a much better value to just buy 100 Pokécoin bundles instead of the other bundles. And the reason for that is because for the currency rate, if you were to just repeatedly buy the 100 coin bundle, you would actually get more Pokécoins compared to the bigger bundles. But after the 50% price increase, now the value is actually a lot lower, and it's kind of fallen in line with the other bundles. Now, the problem is that when it comes to some of these other regions, these currency exchanges do not necessarily work out exactly to a T. So for a lot of other countries, $1 worth of Pokécoins is going to feel a lot less valuable compared to how it would be within the United States. And of course, this is just one example of price increases. In certain other regions, we're also seeing a bunch of increases to in-game purchases as well. So overall, what is my thought on this? Well, Niantic needs to be transparent. They need to put out a blog post of some kind to actually explain what these new pricing changes actually are. They recently did state that when it comes to the Brazil region, they actually created a discount, and that is some really good news. However, for a lot of these other regions that are seeing increases to the price of their Pokécoins, they need to come out and explain those charges as well. And I'm not even disputing these price increases. Like I said, in Australia specifically, the Australian dollar makes it so that 100 Pokécoins is a lot more valuable. And I really do think that when it comes to Niantic, they just need to explain themselves so that the community is not feeling like they're getting ripped off. And that is the public perception out there right now. A lot of players in some of these regions are feeling like Niantic is increasing the prices of Pokécoins for no reason. But there probably is a good reason, they're just not coming out and saying what that is. Of course, a vast majority of the Pokemon Go player base is probably not even going to see these price increases or decreases because they all live in the United States and Japan, where I believe these price increases and decreases have not taken effect. The United States has kind of been like a baseline for what they do with in-app purchases, and I really feel like this is something that they need to figure out because you know, a lot of players who live in other regions, they want a fair experience and they want to get as much value as they can out of their Pokécoin purchases. And for Niantic to do this specifically, I really feel like it's going to create a really big negative sentiment within those communities, even if the price increases or decreases are completely fair. So yeah, overall this was something that I wanted to touch on because I do think it's something that the player base needs to be informed about. Again, if you live in the United States, you don't necessarily have to worry about this, but if you live in Australia or some of these other regions, this is something you do need to pay attention to because yeah, when you go and buy your Pokécoins, you might find that the 100 coin bundle is actually a lot more expensive. And yeah, there really hasn't been no explanation for why that is. But in any case, yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding this whole thing. Of course, this has been an ongoing discussion within the Silk Road Reddit as more people are posting what their new Pokécoin prices are, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you one of the affected players that saw a price increase or decrease? What are your thoughts about those changes? Let me know and let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you ended up enjoying it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to all my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to join my Patreon family, you can do so by joining the links in the description below. And for all of my members, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way within Pokemon Go, like with remote raids or the friendship system, then the best way you can do so is by joining my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel non-monetarily, you could always do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the following platforms. Alright, and that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.